Hi guys, welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and I just completed this look and uploaded it earlier this week. I hope you guys liked it. But today I'm going to be doing a haul, an awfully huge, ginormous haul. It's been a while since I've filmed, so a lot of things have gathered up in my life here, and I want to share them with you. Some of them I have used and some of them I haven't. Some of them I haven't used very much, and because there is a lot of stuff here, I mean a lot of stuff here, I'm gonna probably break this up into parts. So I'm gonna do, actually, you know what, I'm gonna leave this as one big ginormous long video, but I'm gonna put timestamps in it. So like the first portion of the video is going to be drugstore or affordable products, and the second portion of the video is going to be more high-end type products. So I will leave timestamps below for where the drugstore portion ends and the high-end portion begins, in case you guys are interested. Otherwise, watch the whole entire video. Go grab a drink or something, and I'll meet you guys right back here and we'll jump right into the haul. Alright, let's start in with the more affordable products, because that's what I actually have the least of, and it won't take me as long to get through the more affordable products. This is making me crazy. My hair is just an atrocious, dried out mess right now. The chlorine from our pool has just totally destroyed it, and I don't know what to do to get it back into shape. I'm hoping maybe somebody can give me some suggestions about that. Anyway, let me pull it up and get it off, because otherwise I'm going to be staring at it and it's going to be making me crazy. Let's see, do I have anything I can stick in there? Okay, so starting with lips, the first couple of things that I picked up were a couple of Flower Beauty lipsticks. Now, I've heard a lot of Flower Beauty talk going on around social media lately. So I picked up two of the Flower Beauty lipsticks, and I have them both in the matte lipsticks. One of them is Autumn Rose and the Naked Blush. The packaging of these are just absolutely gorgeous. I love the packaging. It's gold, white bottoms. They're very heavy feeling, so they feel very luxe. The first one I want to show you guys is Autumn Rose, which is this guy right here. He's kind of a, I want to say a mauve-y, not brown, a mauve-y berry. Does that sound about right? So he's kind of a mauve-y berry right there. Very, very pretty, and on my lips it looks very almost natural on my lips, and I really, really enjoy the formula of these mattes. They're not too drying at all. The other one is Naked Blush. This one's just a little bit lighter, a little warmer than the other one. Okay, a little warmer, a little more pink, but again, very beautiful shade. Another lip product I want to show you guys is the L'Oreal Shine lipsticks. I have the color Polished Tango, which is the color I'm wearing today, and the packaging on these is just beautiful too. But these are very, very balmy feeling, and like I said, I am wearing it today. These are a little, because they are balmy, they are a little sheer, so therefore you don't have to be afraid of like the darker shades of them. I want to get a couple of more colors of these because I really love how they feel on the lips. They're very comfortable, but because they are very balmy, they're not very long lasting either, but they do leave a nice shine behind. Let's apply a little more here. And also, you really don't have to be careful about applying them, which is really nice. So again, these are the L'Oreal, the Color Shine lipsticks, I believe is what they're called, or Shine lipsticks. Alright, so the last drugstore lip product that I have here is the Milani Keep It Full. This is their plumping lip gloss, this guy right here, and I have the color Luminoso. And this is also just a beautiful gloss. I haven't worn it a whole lot yet, but a little bit. It doesn't really have that really strong cake batter smell like a lot of the Milani glosses does. You can get just a very tiny little hint of vanilla. And it's not one of those really annoying plumping glosses where it just burns and tingles. Okay, so that is very, very pretty. Can you guys actually see that? I do really like it. Alright, moving on. Alright, let's go to a couple of mascaras. One of them you just actually saw me in the Easy Get Ready With Me I just did a little while ago, and it is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original, but in the burgundy shade. I have been loving this. I am wearing it right now, and because my eyelashes are black to begin with, this actually goes on and looks brown, but with a little bit of depth. You don't see a dark, rich burgundy on my lashes. It's more of a more natural brown with a little bit of depth to it. And I do really enjoy the formula of the L'Oreal Voluminous Originals. Not necessarily like, what was that other one, the Carbon Black? That one's smeared all over me, but the original I really like. And the other one I haven't even tried yet. This is the CoverGirl, the Supersizer Big Curl. I really enjoyed the Supersizer Fibers. I did get used to the original Supersizer, so I'm hoping that this one's going to be pretty good. I have not even taken it out of the package yet, but we're going to give that a go and see, you know, how that works pretty soon. Alright, still on eyes. I have a few eyeshadow palettes here. My eyeshadow palettes I have not even really tried yet. You'll notice a couple of these I haven't even taken out of the packaging yet. I have Mad About Town and I have Skyscape. These are from the Maybelline City Mini collections. Alright, so this one is the Mad About Town. This guy right here. Let's pop him open. And here we go. There are some like really wearable neutrals. So we've got like some mauve browns, a little bit of dusty rose or dusty pink in here. I've really enjoyed some of these actual City Mini palettes. I'm not going to swatch all of them, but this one really feels soft. I think I'm really going to like this one. I have enjoyed some of them, you know, not so much. Actually, one of them in particular, not so much, but the rest of them I've kind of enjoyed. This one is the Skyscape Dusk. And you'll notice both of these palettes I'm showing you guys are essentially pretty much matte. This one's completely matte. Let me swatch a couple of these guys. These are really soft too. And the ones I just swatched a second ago, these are really bad swatches. Those are also very matte. And these are actually really soft. I'm sorry those are kind of hard to... Let me put them in a better area here. Let's go down this way. Swatches don't really do a whole lot of justice, do they? It almost kind of looks like the colors are all interchangeable. Hold on a second. Like I said, both of these palettes are completely matte, but if you were to put them both together, does that look like the colors could be interchangeable, like you could wear both palettes interchangeable? That's kind of the vibe I'm seeing here. I'm kind of liking it. So I could mix some of these colors up with some of these colors. Granted, these are going to be more cool colors than these up here. These are a little more warm, but I think the mix and match, there's a couple of cools in here too, it looks like. But I think the mix and match of these would look really, really nice together. So that's kind of cool. Now I'm kind of excited to try these guys. So there you go. Okay. Still on the eyeshadow trend. I have broken down and gotten one of these Milani palettes. I got the Bold Obsessions one. They do have a matte one as well, but I got the Bold Obsessions because I wanted to try not only just the mattes, but I wanted to try some of the shimmers too. I've not worn this. I've swatched them, but I've not worn them. Let me do a couple of swatches of the shimmers here. Wow. Okay, so those shimmers are coming off like true to color. You guys see that? Let me do a couple of the mattes. Let's do this guy. Okay, so all the hype I have been hearing about these shadows so far, just by me swatching them, they swatch amazingly. So this actually could be a really good thing. After I get some use out of this, guys, I'm going to come back on and give you guys a review on it because there really has been a whole lot of hype with those palettes. And for the drugstore, they are a little bit on the more expensive side, but if they're good, right? So there you go. Alright, moving on to face from the drugstore. Alright, starting with blushes. This one you guys just saw me use in the little get ready with me kind of a thing I did earlier on in the week. Actually, I'm wearing this blush right now because I just filmed that before I'm filming this. So, this is the CoverGirl Peach Punch Blush in the color 130. And this blush, guys, honestly, is just beautiful. It has a very slight sheen to it, and the color is just absolutely just so fresh. And when you wear this blush, it's like you really don't need a highlight with it, because when it's sheared out across the skin, it just blends in and gives you this nice sheen to the skin without it looking oily or shiny. It is just a beautiful blush. I've been very, very, like, most impressed with this blush. And it smells like a candied peach. Not like real peaches, but it does smell like a fake candy peach. So I'm really, really impressed with this one. The other colors that I saw of these just didn't tickle my fancy as much as this one did. So this is the one I got, and I'm really impressed with it and really, really do like it. The other blush I want to talk about, going along with that whole peach obsession that everybody's got right now, all of these manufacturers are hitting up these peach products pretty big right now. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Peach Blush Collection. This guy right here, you open it up. I have the shade, what shade am I in? This is the shade Charming, and you open it up, here's your blush, and here is a mirror on the bottom. Sorry, I'm blinding you guys, I know. The blush itself, it does not smell like peach to me. It smells like, I know some people say it smells like peach, but to me, have you guys ever had those veggie straws, those chips? That's what it smells like. It smells like veggie straws. Like if you were to stick your nose in a bag of veggie straws. Anyway, so this is the color. It's quite a bit darker. I don't think it's quite as fresh looking as the blush I just showed you from CoverGirl. It does have a nice sheen to it when blended out. So again, if you don't want to wear a highlight with it, I don't feel that you really need to. I don't feel it leaves as much of a sheen as the CoverGirl one does, but it does leave a very natural sheen to the skin. The blush is actually okay. I don't mind the blush. I don't mind the color. It looks okay on me. It's not my favorite. Will I reach for it? Sure. But it's just not my favorite blush that I have. Alright, so those are my drugstore blushes. Highlights. Alright, so I've had this one for quite some time and I have never used it. I need to break down and use it. This is the Wet n Wild Moon Tears highlighter right here. It's a loose highlight. This came out with their, what do you call it, their Gothic collection, I think. They have one now that's in their Zodiac collection, and I really want that one. This one is a very gold. It's hard to control the powder coming out, but like the little holes here look like a little, let me turn it around here, look like a little skull. I don't know how well you can actually see that, but this one is very gold. It's actually more of a champagne-y gold, and it is very pretty, and I really feel that it gives the one, I've got one from Artist Couture that's this exact same color. I really feel it gives it a run for its money. I really feel like this is almost a dupe to the Artist Couture one that I have, and the Artist Couture is quite a bit more expensive. But the Wet n Wild one that they came out with, that new Zodiac collection, I don't have it yet, but it is more of a pinky shade. From what I could tell by looking at it, you know, online, it seems to be more of a pinky shade. But this is going to be just a bam, in your face highlight. And it's just beautiful. It really is. And I really need to try this one. I haven't done it yet, and I really do need to. Another highlight that I haven't played with yet is this one from Milani. This is the Milani Day Glow. This is the strobe light right here. I believe that's what it's called, the Day Glow Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder. And this is in the shade 02. It looks like this, and again, it's a gold. Give it a swatch here. Okay, it's right there. It's a very gold shade. This is going to be more natural than the one I just swatched for you guys. When blended, I feel like, even though this is one that I haven't tried yet, I really feel like that as it's blended into the skin, it's probably going to be one that looks better the more you blend it. So you notice how, like, when I blended it in, it still looks highlighty and glowy, but it doesn't just look like a stripe of highlight, you know what I mean? And like this Wet n Wild one, you blend it in, and it still kind of looks like a stripe of highlight. So anyway, I'm kind of excited to try that one. I do like, for myself personally, I do like more of those ones that you blend in and they look very natural, like a natural glow from within kind of glow. I like that, but that's not going to stop me from trying these Wet n Wild ones either, because they're just absolutely beautiful. So the Milani one, I feel, once I try it, it's going to be more of a natural type glow. The other one that I have is the CoverGirl. This is a new one. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner palette, this one right here. And I'm in the palette number 500. I don't think there's a name for it. No, it's just called It's Lit. I think that might be the name. Anyway, I have played around with this one a little bit, and this one surprised me. This one I really enjoy. You have kind of a gold, a champagne, and then more of a rosy tinted gold. These are so soft. I mean, I was just stunned at how soft these guys are. Because of their softness, they do kick up a little bit of powder, but these are beautiful. And my two favorite shades that I wear are this one and this one. This one's a little too light for me. This one blends in very nicely, and then the rose gold one, which is this one right here, also blends in very nicely, and they look very natural on the skin once blended in. I could not believe how soft these actually were. So I was actually really impressed with these from the drugstore. So I'm digging on these. Guys, that's all the drugstore. So we're going to move on to the high-end. Now, some of the high-end stuff you can still get, you know, at like Ulta and stuff like that. A couple of these high-end things you can still get, but you have to go to like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and places like that is where I found them. And I still found several of them there, so they might even still be available if you take a look at TJ Maxx and Marshalls if you have any in your area. Alright, I will point those out as we get to them. This one's going to be a long one because I have a lot more high-end stuff. So one of the things I picked up was the Becca. It's one of the little minis. So it's a little Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in opal. So it's one of the little mini guys here. I have Pearl, which in the wintertime I love Pearl when my skin is lighter, but I wanted something that was going to go with my skin a little bit better right now that I've got a little bit more of a tan going on. And so I chose Opal, and I like the Becca highlighters. I think they're beautiful. Look at that. Is that not just gorgeous? So, you know, I really, really like this guy. I just think they're soft, they're smooth, they blend in easily, and they're just beautiful, beautiful products. Let's stay with face. Let's go to foundation. And these are two foundations I have reviewed in the past, which are a couple of my favorite foundations of all time. One of them is my all-time favorite foundation. And I did have to pick up a new Clinique Even Better foundation. This is my all-time favorite. When I'm going out in the evening, this is what I reach for. Well, okay, 9 times out of 10, this is what I reach for. However, because it is summertime, my skin's a little darker. Normally, I'm in the shade Cream Chamois, but I picked up the shade Nutty, which is a medium neutral instead of a light, because my skin's a little darker right now, and this actually fits me perfectly. So, I'm loving this guy. And then I also picked up a new Chubby in the Nude foundation. So this is a Chubby Stick, and I had a review on it a while back too, which I just love these Chubby Stick foundations. Problem is, because my skin is darker right now, I needed a different shade. So that's what I did. I went and I picked up the shade Bountiful Beige. That's it right there. And I know on my hand, on the back of my hand, it looks dark, but on my face, it actually blends in with my neck perfectly. So, love this guy. Alright, I also have picked up, which I've been wearing a lot, and you guys saw me wear in my Get Ready video earlier this week, the Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, this guy right here. Boom. I'm in the shade Cusco, which is medium 1.5. I have had this in the past, and I really loved the finish that it gave me. I mean, this is not a new product. I used to wear the Nars Tinted Moisturizers years ago, and I wore them a lot because I loved the finish they gave me on my skin, but they made me break out, so I did have to eventually quit using them. I picked this one up again about 2 months ago just to start trying it again. And I don't know if it's because my skin has changed or maybe they've reformulated it. I don't know. But it does not cause me to break out anymore. And I just absolutely love this. So for my everyday makeup looks that I don't want a whole lot of foundation, I am wearing it today, by the way, I'm reaching for this. I don't even feel it on my skin. It feels like a moisturizer. It has a tiny, tiny bit of coverage. Tiny. And it evens out my skin tone beautifully. So I'm digging on this right now a lot. Alright, moving right along, still on face. I picked up a whole bunch of these Too Faced bronzers. These all came from TJ Maxx. And I know you can't get these packagings anymore, but you can still find them at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. And I picked them up for like $8 each. So I got the one in Chocolate Soleil, Snow Bunny, Sun Bunny, Beach Bunny. So this is the old packaging type. Okay, I have Pink Leopard as well, but I've had that one for quite some time. Let me show you Beach Bunny. Here we go. And I don't think Too Faced makes Beach Bunny anymore, but like I said, if you go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, this is where I found them, and they still had plenty, so I'm sure they distribute these like to all the TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So if you have any of those stores in your area, you can look there and possibly find these. But this one in Beach Bunny is several different bronzer shades, from dark to kind of a rosy bronzer, a goldy bronzer, a more cool bronzer, but they are all very, they're hard to see in swatches. They are all very like highlighty, so they're going to give you a nice shimmer to the skin, not shimmer, a nice glow to the skin when you wear them. The other one that I have is in Sun Bunny. This one right here, and I believe they still make Sun Bunny, if I'm not mistaken, but they put it in their new packaging. So this one is Sun Bunny, and it's like, it's a dual side, so you have a darker bronzer and a lighter bronzer, and again, it still gives off a nice sheen, a nice glow. Then we have Chocolate Soleil, and Chocolate Soleil is one of their staples. Now, Chocolate Soleil, of course, you can still get brand new, but it's in their newer packaging. Chocolate Soleil is a very hyped up, talked about bronzer, and yes, it does smell like cocoa powder. And then you've got Snow Bunny, which is this guy right here. I like to swirl all of them together and just kind of use them as a highlight. And again, this is one of the ones I don't think that they make anymore, but you can find them at Marshalls and TJ Maxx. So, like I said, if you guys ever run across a Marshalls or TJ Maxx or something like that, take a step in. You'd be really surprised at what you find there. You just need to make sure that before you buy them, open the packages and make sure that nobody's gotten into them, because that's a big problem with TJ Maxx and Marshalls, is it's hard to find ones that nobody's touched or gotten into. So I probably picked up like 10 of these before I actually found one that nobody's actually gotten into. But you can find some really nice things there if you look. Another thing I picked up at TJ Maxx, which you can't get anymore in stores, I found them, I think, at Amazon, and like I said, TJ Maxx still has them. This is the Butter London Blush Clutch. Okay, and what this is this has got 3 blushes and a highlight in it. So here's your 3 blushes right here. So we've got Peony, Blossom, Poppy. Okay, these are gorgeous, just really fresh colors. A little powdery, sure. And then you have this kind of interesting highlight here. It's like a little, it's called Rose Gold. It's in a little stick. It's called On the Glow Pen. This little guy right here. And the way this works is there's highlighter down here in the tips. So you unscrew it. It's got a little sponge tip right there. And the little powder is contained inside here. Okay, so you dip the sponge tip in and you can pinpoint or target the areas you want the glow. Okay, right there. What I find this to be perfect for is inner corner work right here. Now I have to do the other eye. Or just some basic little bit of brow bone highlight up here. That's what I find this little pen useful for. So it's a nice little palette. Like I said, Butter London doesn't make these anymore that I'm aware of, because I haven't been able to find them, but at TJ Maxx and Marshalls you can still get them. I love TJ Maxx and Marshalls. You can run into all sorts of good stuff. That's, like next to nothing. I mean, this cost me $7 for that. But of course, you know, their products rotate. So, you know, just different times when you go in, you'll find different stuff. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so the rest of the stuff I have is still widely available. So I've got this Peter Thomas Roth Cucumber Detox Balancing Essence Water Mist. This guy right here. This is what it looks like. Here, there. That's what it looks like. And the sprayer on this, look at this little sprayer. It's like, I don't know, it's not like your typical spray type thing. It's more of I guess a pump sprayer. I don't know how to explain it, but the mist of this is just so fine, and it smells so good, and it's very cooling on the skin. And I love it. It doesn't leave like these nasty little water droplets all over your skin. It smells amazing. I love it. Let me dry some of that in. Alright, I also picked up a new MAC Fix Plus. I love my MAC Fix Plus, this guy right here. But this one I got in the lavender scent. Okay, so he's got kind of a purple tinge to him. Smells amazing. I have the coconut scent, which I really loved. Of course, I've got the original, and this one is the lavender. Let's go blush. I picked up an Origins Pinch Your Cheeks blush. This little guy here. There's an Origins counter in my Dillard's, and I love Origins products. I use their soaps. I use their facial cleanser. I use their ginseng eye cream, which I really like. But this is the Pinch Your Cheeks blush. It says it's enough to make you blush. And it's a little tiny too, but yes, this is their full size. And I like this because it's one of those jelly blushes. And it just, you don't need much. It's that little itty bitty tiny dot right there. And it just makes your skin, your cheeks just look just pinched. I mean, just, it's a very natural flush to the skin, but at the same time very beautiful. And because it is a gel, you guys see it? Because it is a gel, it looks very natural on your skin. Your skin looks like skin. Your skin doesn't look like you've got a powder blush on your face. It dries down pretty quick and it doesn't budge. So when you apply it, you want to make sure that you're putting it exactly where you're wanting it. Take your beauty blender or damp sponge and blend it in because it will dry very quickly. But that being said, it is still a very beautiful blush. Eyeshadows. I picked up the Smashbox Pinks and Palms. This is still available at Ulta.com. And this is a very pink toned palette here. There we go. It's beautiful. Now these like shimmers, like this kind of a bronzy shimmer here, and then this like pink one. No, this one. Actually, on camera it looks pink, but it is a duochrome because as I'm looking at it, it's a rose gold. So this guy here and this duochrome guy right here, these are almost cream feeling. They actually are cream feeling. When you stick your finger in them and swatch them, they are very creamy. They almost have a bounce like a ColourPop shadow does. Let me swatch these two little guys here. Okay, these are them here. Look at them. And actually they're both kind of duochrome-ish. I'm not going to swatch all of these, but I will swatch a couple because they are really, really pretty. They're just, that mint color, look at that. They're just not shades that I reach for a lot, although when I saw the palette online, I thought, oh my god, I gotta have this palette. I just have to have it because it's just a beautiful palette, right? So I bought the palette, and it is a beautiful palette. I just don't reach for it a whole lot. I do need to reach for it more and get some more use out of it, but it is really, really pretty. So again, this is the Pinks and Palms Cover Shop palette from Smashbox. Alright, a limited edition palette, which is still available at Ulta, and I'm not sure how long these Tarte limited edition palettes stay, but this one's been out for quite some time and I love it. It is the Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust palette. Look how sparkly the cover is. So it's got like that plastic cover. It's a very sturdy case. Pop her open, and this is what you got. Very, very gorgeous shades. Some of them perform a little better than others. Let's see, this one, Flitter, which is a shimmer, is very soft and just very, very, very beautiful shade right here. Then you've got, let's see, Wonder, this dark brown right here. Very, very soft, performs very beautifully. Look at that. You see that swatch? Oh, I just got on my arm. Look at that swatch. I mean, that is beautiful, right? But then you've got this deep purple plummy one right here called Wish. In the pan, they look very similar. This one's a little dry. It does swatch beautifully. And in the camera, they do look very, very similar, but I promise they are different. This one's a little more, it's got just a bit of a plum tinge to it, where this one is just straight up like brownish. It is a little drier. It does take a little working with it to get it to really build up. I know I'm looking down, guys. I'm looking in this little mirror right here so I can see my swatches. I'm so sorry. Let's look at Mystical, this one right here. I like Tarte eyeshadows, so I know a lot of people, either you love them or you hate them. I really like Tarte eyeshadows. I have the Tarteist Pro, which is one of my favorite palettes. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. I need to get some more wear out of this. I haven't worn it enough yet to really do like a full-on, I love or hate this palette, whatever. So far, I like it, but I need to wear it more. Alright, and then my newest palette to the collection is the Anastasia Norvina palette. This palette, oh my god. When I saw this palette, I immediately, the day it launched, went online and got it, because these colors, these are my colors. These purples and pinks and just rosy shades, these are my colors. I love these. This one here called Eccentric is just maybe a little too warm for me, but it is still a beautiful shade. I'm not going to swatch every single one of these, but I will swatch a couple. I have not yet worn these, so I can't give you a review, but look at that. But I will be reviewing it soon. Once I get some wear out of these, I will be reviewing these, I promise. Just, I haven't worn them yet. But look at these. I mean, they, beautiful. Purple shades are like my thing, guys. I just love them. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so, like I said, once I get some wear out of these guys, I will give you a full-on review, because from my understanding, you know, this is supposed to be a limited edition palette, but I do believe that Norvina is the creator's daughter, so this very well could potentially become a permanent product in their line. I'm really hoping it does, so everybody can get it, but I don't see any sign of this selling out anytime soon, so it's still widely available. Then I have an eyeliner. This, you guys saw me use this one in my Get Ready With Me earlier in the week. This is the Bare Minerals One Fine Line, this guy right here. I love the teeny tiny skinny tipped eyeliners. I just love them. I mean, look how skinny that is. I have one from Maybelline, which was one of my absolute favorite ones. Yeah, right there. I use them for tight lining. And the one from Maybelline, I have in a charcoal gray and a black, and I love it. I have the Clinique Skinny line, which honestly, I do like the Maybelline one better than the Clinique one, because the Clinique one doesn't stay all day. This one I've gotten now 2 uses out of, so I'm still playing around with it. So far so good, but I will let you guys know in a later video what I think of this guy. Alright, then I also have the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. And again, you guys saw me use one of the bronzer shades out of this in my last video. I did use the Sunny Honey one, this one right here, which is a gorgeous kind of bronzer shade. I do really like it. It's hard to see just by swatching, it really is. Also, you've got Tropic Like It's Hot, this guy right here. Most of these have a really nice sheen to them. See that? So that could actually, for somebody with a dark skin tone, that could actually work really nicely as a highlighter. You've got your 2 blushes. You've got Pink Wink and you've got Pink Sand. Pink Wink, Pink Sand. These 2 guys right here. Okay, again, this beautiful shades. This Pink Wink is very fresh looking on the cheeks. Pink Sand is got more of a purpley mauve-y kind of shade to it. On me, the purpley mauve shade doesn't look too good on me. It kind of mixes in with my hyperpigmentation and makes it stand out more, but it's not a bad shade at all for somebody who might be a little lighter skin tone than me. And then for highlighters, you've got Starlight and Satin Sheets. Starlight Satin Sheets. Now Satin Sheets is a color that they have in one of their eyeshadow palettes, which is a beautiful eyeshadow color. In the highlighter palette, it looks a little different. So there is Satin Sheets, and there is Starlight. So you've got the gold one and you've got the pink one. Can you guys see those okay? Now what I like to do is, as far as highlight goes, I will actually mix a little bit of this and a little bit of this together. So like these two here, or I'll mix these two or this one and this one, because I like to give this one, this gold one, a little bit more pinky, so I'll mix that with it. Or sometimes I might just mix it with the Sun Honey and use it that way. So I tend to mix a lot of these together to use them as highlights or blushes. And it's really, it's got a kind of unique smell, and by unique I mean it doesn't smell like peaches or chocolate or anything like that, but it reminds me of, here I am smelling. Remember when you were a kid and you opened up that little jar of Play-Doh? It has that Play-Doh smell to it. It brings me back. I'll put it that way. It smells like Play-Doh. If any of you guys have this palette and you get the Play-Doh vibe from it, leave a comment down below, because it does. It reminds me of kids' Play-Doh. Alright, last thing in this haul, guys. And then I'm done. I know it's been a long haul, but I told you it would be. Last thing I have in this haul, guys, is a new Buxom Full-On Lip Cream I picked up. This is in the shade Cur Royale, say that 5 times fast. It is a deep red shade, and I wanted something deep red, but I am not a deep red lipstick kind of wearer, so I wanted something that was a bit more sheer and glossy, and so I picked up the Cur Royale, and it is just a beautiful shade. It is a deep kind of wine-ish, berry reddish color, but as a gloss it sheers out and it looks beautiful, and it doesn't tend to slip outside the lip line either. So I wear this alone. You could wear it on top of other shades of lipstick, but I wear it alone and I just think it looks beautiful that way. Alright guys, so that is my haul. It was a lot. I gave you fair warning that it was, and like I said, I'll have a timestamp down below in between the drugstore and the high-end, or if you made it this far, you probably watched the whole thing, which is even more awesome. Anyway, it was really, really nice sitting down and being able to film this week, and I'm trying to get myself back into this groove, and I'm kind of lost. I'm like, I don't know what to do, you know? It's kind of weird. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. My social media is still the same. It's still RockFabulous40s at Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. So you can look me up there as well. Hit the bell, hit the notification bell down there as well if you want to be notified of videos that I have posted. And remember, you can always hit subscribe down there too, because if you do, you too can rock your fabulous 40s. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.